Hello Virgo, this is your October monthly reading. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your overall messages for the month of October. And by the way, happy Halloween to anybody that celebrates Halloween. We are going to check the overall messages, as well as money and finances, love and relationships, health, any overall challenges, blocks, or obstacles, and the overall message for the month of October, Virgo. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. I do post every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central European Time, as well as monthly videos and additional videos from time to time. If you would like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me for personal reading via the links below. So Virgo, overall what I'm seeing, I'm feeling like this month, I feel like you're waiting for some situation to change. Virgo, because I'm seeing an energy that I feel like you're waiting on something. I feel like quite possibly you're stuck in some kind of situation. And I feel like you've been waiting for something to change, for something new to happen. And I'm feeling whatever has happened, this could have to do with a person, with an individual. This could be a partner, this could be a friend, this could be romantic or platonic interest, or this could be a situation in general, a situation that's happening at work, a situation that is happening at your home. But I feel that there is some kind of energy that is requiring a lot of energy from you. I feel like it's requiring a lot of energy on your part, a lot of strength on your part. I feel like you need to stay firm and you need to stay in this kind of position, Virgo, that you have to be strong in some kind of situation. And I feel like it's not a physical strength necessarily. I feel like there's almost some kind of strength, some kind of inner strength. I feel like you're trying to be strong in a certain situation because I feel like whatever has happened, the circumstances up to this point have not been pleasant. I feel like they have not been very positive for you. And I feel like you're hanging on. I feel like you're hanging on as long as you can, waiting for something to change, because I feel like the situation it's grown possibly stagnant. And I feel quite possibly this could be a situation that is demanding a lot from you. It's demanding a lot. It's asking a lot of you. And if this is an individual, I feel that this is a person that could be asking a lot of you. They could be asking you to do things that you don't want to do. They could be giving some kind of orders saying, Virgo, this is what you need to do now. Did you do this yet? Are you going to do this? If this is your partner, Virgo, I do want to say that this person may have a lot of demands that they're asking of you. And I feel like you're just waiting for things to change in the situation. I feel that there could be a child involved if this is your partner. This could be a child. I feel like quite possibly this could be a situation where they're asking you to take care of the child, asking you to pick up the child to and from school, asking you, are you going to do this with the child? You may need to escort the child to some event. But I'm feeling like quite possibly they're asking you, are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Did you do it yet? Did you do it? Or are you going to do this? And you're staying as strong as you can. You're staying as strong as you can in this situation. But I feel you're tired. I feel you're tired, Virgo. And I feel you're waiting for some kind of some kind of new situation, some kind of new idea on how to change the situation. Because I feel right now the overall situation that is demanding your time and energy and essentially leaving you kind of burnt out. I feel like you're waiting for some kind of new idea to come in. How to change the situation, how to change the person if you're dealing with a person. If it's a work situation, I feel like your work may be to the point that maybe you're working a lot of extra hours. You're having to go in on your off days. Maybe your employer is calling you when you're at home. But I feel that there's a lot being asked of you. And I feel like right now you're kind of in this energy like you're hanging on. You want it to change, but I feel like you don't know how much longer you can stay in this kind of situation with this kind of energy or with this individual. Okay, so let's have a look at your overall money and finances for the month of October. Virgo. Okay, so for money and finances, Virgo, I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles. And in this card, this is a very beautiful card. And I feel like money and finances for you for this month is going to be okay, because this does indicate self-sufficiency. But we can see this little girl, and she's in her room with all her fairy and sprite friends, essentially. They may be make-believe, they may be real. They are definitely real to her. But this is the kind of the card of solitude, of being on your own. And referring this to money and finances, this is also the card of self-sufficiency. So we can say that in general, that for money and finances, we have put ourselves in this situation or in this time in our life right now where we are reliant on ourselves. And we can also see this by what she is providing for her fairy friends. She is providing sustenance to them. She is giving them some kind of nourishment. So she's arrived at this place that, or at this point of her life, that she has something to give. So money and financially speaking for the month of October, I feel like you're going to be at a strong point. You're going to be at a point that you quite possibly have excess that you can give to others, that you are going to be sufficient. You are going to be in a financial position that is going to be in the plus. I feel like you're going to have enough to go around essentially for the month of October, Virgo. Let's go ahead and check our relationships, our love and relationships. So I'm almost feeling like with our Six of Pentacles here in love and relationships for this month, I feel like this is going to be a card of generosity in general. We can essentially see that there is an individual that is helping two other individuals, similar to what you may see in Rider-Waite. And I feel like in this card, this person is helping, but this person is helping them essentially to find these mushrooms. So they are providing some kind of assistance, but assistance in the way that these individuals are going to be able to help themselves. So essentially a Six of Pentacles in this deck is referring to giving a hand up to somebody and not necessarily a hand out. Because a hand up essentially is going to be essentially the old story of the fisherman, of teaching somebody to fish instead of giving them fish. You teach them the skill of doing it on their own so they can become reliable on their own. So in love and relationships, I feel quite possibly there could be this situation where you may have to teach something to somebody to become reliant on their own. Virgo, I have the question, if we go back to our energy, our messages over here, I want to say, if this is a child, if this child is at age or of an older child, for example, there may be something that you can teach them that they can take care of on their own. This does depend on the age of the child, and it depends if you're dealing with a child. Of course, this is going to be for a specific message for a few of you, but if you're in the position in love and relationships for this month that you're dealing with a child, you have a lot of demands, you're having to take care of a child, you're having to take care of somebody, what things can you teach them so they can become more reliant on their own versus relying on you for everything? Because this could alleviate some of the demands that this individual is making, which could liberate you or give you some kind of more free time and get you out of this stuck kind of situation waiting for things to change. So if there is this possibility, what can you teach this individual? How can this individual be more reliant on themselves? If this is a young child, a baby, of course, this is not going to be relevant. But if this is a child that is a little bit older, is there the possibility that they can be taught something to become more self-reliant? And if you're in a situation where you're asking about a relationship, if you're single, not yet in a relationship, this is going to be indicative that love and relationships this month, there could be the possibility that somebody comes in to offer you something. There could be the possibility of a new relationship. There could be the possibility of meeting somebody. This is a card of generosity and some kind of assistance in general. So there could be somebody coming in to offer you, to quite possibly offer you something. And if you're currently in a situation with your partner, I do want to say that this could be a situation of give and take with your partner for this month, for the month of October. There could be a situation of you're providing some kind of assistance to your partner, or your partner is providing some kind of assistance to you. This is a card of give and take, essentially. So I feel that there's going to be some very positive energy in love and relationships in general for the month of October. Let's go ahead and check our overall health. Okay, so overall health I'm feeling is going to be focused on emotions, because we do have cups here. So when we look at health, we look at essentially physical, mental, and emotional. Since we have cups, this is indicative of emotional health. And I feel emotionally there's going to be a very positive energy overall this month. So I feel if you're in this waiting situation, waiting for something to change, I do want to say emotionally, I feel like you are going to be overall generally on a positive note. And notice that we do have 2 Page of Cups here. Again, indicative that there could be a child involved this month, but also indicative that there could be some kind of small surprise that comes in. There could be a small surprise that comes in this month, something that can change things and get you out of this kind of stagnant energy, some kind of new idea that comes in regarding this, some kind of small surprise, something unexpected could come in. But I do feel overall emotionally, it's going to be a positive energy for the month. So I do feel that some of this Ten of Swords energy by the end of the month, I feel is going to dissipate. And I feel that some new idea, something will come in by the end of the month. Let's go ahead and check our overall challenge. So Virgo, I do feel like the overall challenge is going to be, we do have our 14 of Fire, which refers to the King of Wands. This is a fire energy. This is an energy of being a leader in a situation. And Virgo, for the overall month, I do feel like a lot of your energy is coming through our Emperor. I almost feel like you're in a position that quite possibly you're head of something. You may be head of household, you may be head of something at work, but I feel like you're in a position of leadership here, Virgo. I feel strongly that your energy is coming through this kind of leadership card, and I feel quite possibly this is where some of this energy has been coming through. Quite possibly this is where some of this energy of waiting is coming through from. Like you have a lot of demands on you because you're in a position of responsibility, a position of authority. And I do want to say that the overall challenge is stepping up to this position, Virgo. Stepping up to this position and essentially taking that leadership role, because anytime you're in a leadership type position, there are going to be a lot of demands on you. If you are currently head of household, or if you have a specific role at home that you have to do, if you are a person that is responsible and that others are looking up to you, especially if you have children, then take on that role, that responsible role, because other people are depending on you. Other people are looking towards you to provide protection, to provide nurturing, to provide sustenance, to provide what it is that they need, especially young children. And this also has a side note of keeping your temper in check, Virgo. So the challenge is stepping up to the plate if you have this leadership role, essentially. And in order to do that, it does require a lot of strength. It requires a lot of strength. If you're in a work type situation that you're having to oversee employees, or you're having to maybe manage teams, you may have a lot of demands coming in. And so the overall challenge is to essentially step up to the plate and take on that leadership role, knowing that that is a role that is requiring a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of care, a lot of compassion, a lot of generosity. And it requires you to set the example for other individuals. So if this is specific to a work situation dealing with relationships, it requires that you set the example for others. Be a leader and not a manager. And this requires a lot of strength. And this is a tiring role. This is sometimes a tiring, unthankful role. Sometimes it's not appreciated, it's not recognized. But sometimes it's what we have to do. And so let's check our overall message. So Virgo, what I'm seeing illumination here. So essentially this is the card that is indicative of there is going to be some kind of clarity. So if you're waiting for some new idea to change this situation up a little bit, I feel like there is going to be some kind of clarity, because our Ace of Swords is also confirmed in the card of illumination here. So this is the card indicative also of having some kind of trust. If you're in this role, trust that everything is going to work out. Trust that it's going to be okay. Trust that what you're doing is what is needed at this time. Have a little bit of faith and believe in yourself, essentially. There is going to be some kind of guidance. There is going to be some kind of hope in the situation. And there is going to be some kind of clarity. Something that comes up that is going to... Something that comes up, essentially, that is going to change this energy, help change the situation. Know that everything is temporary. So everything that we're going through is just temporary in general. And overall, Virgo, I do want to say that the energy for this month is going to be generally pleasant. I feel overall it is going to require an inner strength on your part. But like I said, I feel emotionally like you'll be okay. Financially, you'll be okay. I feel love and relationships is going to be okay. take on that leadership role, whether it's in a home situation, whether it's with your partner, whether it's with a family situation, or whether it's in a work type situation. Be the example for others and trust that everything is going to be okay. There is going to be some clarity, some new sense of focus, some illumination essentially that is going to come in for you this month of October. And so that is your overall message for this month, Virgo. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.